Hello everybody, Troy from the Do-It-Yourself World and the Off-Grid Project. Some time has passed and I'm starting to feel mostly better now. Might have been lack of food intake in part, but also we were fighting a bug in this house. I had been skipping breakfast and eating a light lunch because I was hunting so much and I didn't want to eat a heavy lunch and get tired. And I ended up getting tired, really tired all the time. And that on top of being in the cold and fighting the bug that we had in our house, I think that did it. Anyway, I'm feeling mostly better today. Probably by tomorrow I'll be top fit, the day you view this video. I am just showing you an update of what has been going on, because I am making this up as I go along. I had the framework idea, the size of the shelving and everything in my head, what I wanted precisely, but piecing them in with the 1x2s and how I wanted to do it together. So there's going to be two boards deep, okay, a 1x12 and a 1x10, so it'll be 22 inches by 22 inches. Each shelf will be precisely 22 inches square, which we figured will be comfortable for us to handle and work with. And we got some canned foods here that are going to go on some of the shelving. And so I'm going to have, well, this will be our survival / food storage room, which is fitting that the two go hand in hand. A lot of you remember from my tactical channel, we bought these meals in summer. And we have a lot. We also got 10 pounds of garlic one day. I wish we'd got more. We're eating garlic like there's no tomorrow. And that, by the way, is a natural antibiotic. Does not harm the good bacteria in you, but it helps you kill the bad stuff. And we've been eating this very heavily, and neither one of us really got fully ill this time. So for me, that's a miracle. I think the garlic has a lot to do with it, because it is a natural antibiotic. And we got pineapples for 25 cents a piece, so we eat one of them together every night. So we're eating good. These were, that's not all of them, there's a few more, but we had bought these in summer for $2 a box, and they contain all one person needs for an entire day. That was on my tactical channel back in summer. If I remember, I'll put the link down below for you to check that out. But you can't get these. These are FEMA boxes that were expiring, and we got them cheap. So, or they were expired or expiring, I can't remember when we got them, but it doesn't matter. The stuff, the products inside are still good, so I could care less. Anyway, there's basically the depth of it by width, and then there will be 3 segments that big. So that's what we're up to. I threw some things in there for now to get an idea of how it's going to look. I have my batteries in the corner here. Don't worry, they're all dead. There's no charge. Plus, you can't get zapped with a 12-volt battery, unlike what you see in the movies when they torture people with a 12-volt car battery and jumper cables. The jumper cables will hurt when they clamp on certain parts of your body. Oh, that would hurt really bad. The jumper cables themselves, without any electricity. That alone is absolute torture. But the battery won't do anything to you. So, anyway. Those are going to be enclosed. I just put them down there for now because the electronics shop was freezing, and those were dead. Those need to be restored. But there's the shelving for now, and hopefully I'll get on the video when I finish these up, now that I have an idea what I'm doing. And I have to get 4 more furring strips. I happen to have 2. So I'm going to need some more furring strips to finish this up properly. But the idea, we'll be able to put, I think, 6 or 8 flats of canned foods per group of shelves. So that'll be perfect for us once I get this done. It'll hold a nice amount of food.
Very good.
Michelle, are you drinking on your own now? Wow, look at that.
It's a big girl.
Are you shy on me all of a sudden? Huh?
That's a big girl.
What do you got there, Michelle? Milk? Is it good stuff? All done?
All done. Thank you. One more.
Are you a smart kid? Michelle? Are you smart? Oop, the cat went by. The end. Almost looks like spring. A little bit of snow here and there on the ground. We had some 40-degree days. Oddly, there's snow. Yeah, definitely makes sense. The sun doesn't shine back there. But it's cloudy. The sun is gone, so no more cryptocurrency mining for free using solar panels. Which, by the way, I'm going to put. I'm going to set up adjusting frames for these, so it's easy to adjust on a hinged point as needed. So I'll be doing that sometime this coming week. We've burnt a little over 1.5 cords of firewood so far. That was a cord, and I had been adding to the first row a little bit as I was still sorting wood. So we burned a little over 1.5 cords so far this season, which is more than I estimated. We have still another 1.5 cords. There's a cord. There's a half. So we got 2 cords, 2.5 stacked, counting the oak. The oak isn't cured by any means, and this wood back here wasn't dry. This was the heavier stuff. So we've got another, what did I say, 2.5? 1, 2.5 cords here, and we'll go over and look at the wood pile in the middle. Over here I got at least another 2 to 3 cords. I think we're going to get through the winter. I still have to cut these down to size. When I was hauling all that firewood home, you know, that became priority. Get it home. So I didn't get anything else done here. I can now get to the log splitter again, so I'll probably be running that and split the rest of these. As soon as you split them, they start to dry and open up, or when they're opened up, they start to dry. So I've got to get splitting on these and stacking. So we probably got 2, 3, 4 or 5 cords of firewood maybe left. Half of which is not ready to burn though yet. So I think we'll make it, but I'm still going to keep processing firewood as much as I can. There's a lot more yet to bring home. You may notice something different here. The block of wood has shrunk, and I still can get another good piece out of that. In the middle is rotted wood, okay? But I can get another chunk of good wood out of that log. So I've cut on 3 sides out of that log, and I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. One is up by the house. Plates that I can use as serving platters. They're different sizes, thicknesses, and colors. There's different colors and patterns in them. The side that goes up is going to have to be decided not based on beauty, but based on where it fell on my chainsaw. I was in a hurry and it was raining, and a chainsaw dug in there. So either I leave that as a flaw, or I fill it in with some epoxy and level it off, but it cut in pretty deep here, or I flip it over and make that the front side, which is smooth. I think that's probably how it's going to be, because it's still got some beautiful colors in there and patterns, and all of them fell off and hit that the same way. I was in a hurry and I didn't brace the boards as I worked, so they've all got a bit of a cut. Here I have no idea what happened. There's a little bit of a gouge, but I can plane that off. It's thick enough. This is a thicker one. They're all roughly about 1 inch thick. There's some really nice, interesting colors and patterns in this one. So yeah, I've got some serving platters I can deal with here, but I don't have any stickers. I've got to make stickers, so I'm keeping them right here for now. And they're sopping wet. They're absolutely wet. And also the other problem is I have to paint the ends, but because they're so wet from being rained on heavily while I worked, they I can't get paint on the ends. So that's a catch-22. How do you paint something that's sopping wet and stop it from cracking as it dries? I don't know. Anyway, I had come out, you can see it was raining while I worked. It was raining. I came out here randomly and gave it a pull and it fired right up. Figure that. So it had to be definitely then ice. I have no idea how the ice and water got inside and plugged the carburetor entirely, because even with starter fluid sprayed straight in, it wasn't firing or anything. So maybe it froze the butterfly. I don't know. But ice got in and it froze. That's my only theory. Because it started up and it ran and ran and ran. So I cut this all up nice. So I've got some slabs. I'll show you the one up by the house. It is really pretty. But I've got to cover this back up. Now normally I can take this whole rail off and put it inside the building, but right now, since I plan on doing some more cutting right away, I'm going to leave it set up. I do have a tarp, which I pull over it, but I don't leave this out all the time. So anyway, I've got to clean all that sawdust off the rail. That could be why that little lip is on there in that one. I got to keep that rail cleaned off, see? It'll build up. So like I said, when I'm cutting hot and heavy, this stays covered, like I just did, and protected, because I'll probably be out here again, either today or tomorrow, and be cutting some more. And then if I'm going to leave it for a while, it goes inside my shop. So anyway, it runs. It runs good. There's my favorite one. Look at the colors. Serious different colors and patterns in that. That's my favorite. I'll probably, again, I got a bad groove, so maybe I'll fill it in with something, maybe some epoxy. But that's really beautiful right there.